In this video, I'm going to be showing you 4 steps on how to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. If you're fat and you want to get a nice looking body like this guy here, this is the video for you. There's going to be a strategy to lose fat quickly, and then once you've lost the fat, be able to build muscle very quickly as well. So let's get into it. So step 1 is to not reduce the energy. So don't go on a cut. To build muscle and even to burn fat, we need energy in our bodies, which is why people go on bulks, of course. However, these bulks usually just increase the amount of sugar and PUFAs in our diet and provide us with less real energy and more body fat. The second step is to control what you eat, which is your diet plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase the amount of saturated fats in our diet, the amount of animal protein, fruit, and honey. So we've got honey here, we've got fruit, eggs, meat, cheese. So eggs, meat, cheese all have high amounts of saturated fat. Saturated fat is healthy and it stops you from getting fat and it gives you more energy. So it's healthy to have saturated fat. It's very, very common to hear that saturated fat is bad for you, but it's actually very beneficial. Fruit and honey can't make you fat. It does have some sugar, but it also has beneficial effects on people with obesity. There's been many, many studies on this. It doesn't actually increase body fat, but it does give you some energy. So, and you're probably, if you're going to build muscle, you're going to need some carbohydrate. So this is a good source of carbs, despite having sugar. So the third step is to go on fasting. So once you've perfected your diet, because that's like the first part, is to don't reduce the amount that you eat. So you're still eating the same amount of food. And then once you've done that, you're going to reduce all the shit. You're just going to have healthy food, like I've just mentioned here. So you're going to increase these foods, and then you're going to get rid of all this other food. So you're only eating this. Now, third step is fasting. So instead of cutting, just stop eating for 3 to 4 days at a time. Now you want to work your way up to this because if you went on 4 days of fasting immediately with no practice or anything, your body could respond negatively. So instead, I'd recommend doing intermittent fasting, where you eat for 4 hours a day, and then once you've finished intermittent fasting for like a week, then do 1 day fast, 2 day fast, 3 day fast. So essentially just work your way up to 4 days, 5 days even. So this stops insulin from being released, and insulin is what blocks ketosis, which is the fat burning in your body. To burn fat, you have to not be eating food. You have to be in a fast. And then another very, very powerful tip is if you don't drink water for the first 2 days, because, right, you do need water, but not for the first 2 days. If you don't drink water, it accelerates fat burning speed because when you burn fat, one of the byproducts of burning fat is water in your body. So that forces your body to burn fat quicker. You're putting your body in an extreme state. But after 2 days, you should start drinking water. Doing this will make you lose fat so quickly, possibly like 5-6 kilograms of fat per week. You get lean very quickly. So the fourth step is hypertrophy. So here are my 6, most powerful tips for increasing muscle growth. So the first one is going into failure. That's the most important of them all. It doesn't matter if you do all of these, but if you don't go to failure, you won't build any muscle. So going into failure is the most important part. So that's why that's step one. So step two is go for 6 to 35 rep range. Recent studies have shown that you can build muscle at 6 reps if you're going to failure. You can build muscle at 35 reps if you're going to failure. And it's the similar amount of muscle gain. You're building the same amount of muscle between these ones. So, if you want to do 12 reps, that's fine. But there's no evidence that that builds heaps more muscle than 35. It might be a little bit more muscle, but there's not that much of a difference, right? Fully extend. So when you do the rep, say we're doing a bicep curl, don't just go into here, go right down until there. Like, you want to have your arm fully extended so that when you lift it up, you have more range of motion, right? That's very important so that you actually maximize muscle growth. So the fourth tip here is to control the lowering. So you want to lift it up, but then lower it with control. Because if you just let go, first of all, you could injure yourself, but also you're not going to build the same muscle because you're having the eccentric can help you build more muscle, right? The fifth tip is to do multiple sets because if you just do one set of like an exercise, you're not getting enough. Like, if you really want to build muscle, you should be doing multiple sets, like 3 sets minimum. 4, 5, and as you get more advanced, once you start building more muscle, it takes more sets to actually build muscle. And my sixth and final tip is intention, because the more you focus on building the muscle, the more nervous connection is being made in the muscle. And when you build more nervous connection, you're going to build more muscle because your nervous system is what controls the amount of strength and muscle that you build from an exercise. So my fifth step, I know it says step 4, but this is my fifth and final thing, right? So consistency is the combination of determination and patience, right? So this is probably the most important here, is that you have determination, but patience as well, which is basically how you get consistency. So even with my superior method here, time must elapse for progress and any kind of change to occur. No one got obese overnight, and no one will get shredded overnight either. So essentially, you sort of have to do this pretty much every day for the next 3, 4 months, 5 months before you actually get the results that you're looking for, right? Right at the start, we've got this guy here. It's going to take you 3 months to get to here, and then it's going to take you like 6 months to get to here. So don't think that it's going to take you no time at all. You have to have consistency, determination, and patience. Know that if you follow this system, you will achieve the goal. You will get here from here. You will get here, but it will take time. And you need to know that it will happen. You just have to give it your patience and your determination. So that's my final tip for all of this. There's meant to be 5 steps for this system, but I wrote 4, doesn't matter. So it's actually 5. All right. So I hope this information actually helps you achieve your goals. I have a full fat loss course. It's linked in the description right now. It's basically, I've put together all the scientific research to help you lose fat in 2 to 3 months, lose 5, 6 kilograms per week. It's all science based and it's basically the best course on the market. You don't have to buy it. I'm just saying, like, if you need help, it's in the description. Buy it if you need it. But other than that, good luck, bro.